an extra 5 minutes and I was able to straighten that out. I can reuse it. You're gonna put your baby in there? You put some rocks in there? Yeah, that's real comfy for the baby. Good morning, beautiful people. Morning. It's just about midday. I'm getting a late start. Even though I got an early start this morning, I went and met a cow this morning. A friend of ours needed a backup farm. We're not farm sitting. He needed a backup for his cow. They have a dairy cow. And he asked if I would come meet the cow to see if I could milk her and help his farm sitter. So I went and did that bright and early. Yeah, that's a bumblebee, all right. Anyways, that was what I did this morning. And so even though I got out of the house real early, it kind of pushed our chores back. And so here it is, like almost noon, and I'm finally picking up the camera. All right, this is actually what I'm working on today. Last year, we had so many loofahs on this trellis, that trellis, and that trellis that the loofahs actually crushed this trellis. At one point, the loofahs basically took this thing and just, flattened it. We had a little bit of wind one day, and so the combination of all that weight with the wind, it finally just broke the arch. It fell down and all the loofahs were basically sitting on the ground. And I think I got the tractor and a chain, and I was able to pull up, and I got it to kind of bend right in the middle. And then I was able to put T-posts up to kind of hold the thing in place. But yeah, the time has come. I'm gonna rip this out, see if I can straighten this arch, see if I can use the cattle panel again. If I can't, I've got those ones that I pulled out of the garden way down there in that bed I just prepped. And then I'm gonna redo these arches. That one's fine, but this one and these two over here need to be taken up. I'm actually gonna raise them so they're a little bit higher because it would be nice to get the lawnmower underneath them. And once they kind of flattened out, I can no longer get the lawnmower under there. My lawnmower doesn't have one of those tip over bars that can fold down so you can fit under stuff. So, it is what it is. So, today is a little bit of maintenance, a little bit of fixing, a little bit of cleaning, all that good stuff. Any day in the garden's a good day. Man, that thing bent real good. There, it's mostly flat. Hi cat, you just realized I was in the garden, huh? Where'd you come from? All right, there you go. Took an extra 5 minutes and I was able to straighten that out. I can reuse it. As a matter of fact, I think I might bend it the opposite direction just to give it a fighting chance at being a nice smooth arch. I think what I'm gonna do this go round, I'm actually gonna do T-posts, and I'm just gonna wire tie it to the T-posts. I can put the T-posts inside the bed. It won't cost me any bed space. In fact, stuff can climb up the T-posts. The problem I've had is when I'm in here either weed eating or using my scythe. I've talked about my scythe a couple times and I haven't showed you guys. That'll be in a future episode. But getting in here to, string trim or whatever, clean, mow, I'm always hitting these trellises. And a couple of these, the boards that I had screwed in to attach the cattle panel to the bed so it wouldn't blow over, the wood just rotted out. So these are no good. Yeah, I think I'm gonna use T-posts. That way they're inside the bed. and they'll be up out of the dirt. That way these cattle panels don't rust out. Maybe they'll last a few more years. But yeah, just by taking some time, I had a piece of angle iron. I couldn't find a board handy that was big enough, but I had a piece of angle iron sitting down there by the barn. I just took my time and stood on this cattle panel, straightened it. It's reusable. Those things, I remember when they were about 15 bucks. And what's weird is in my mind, I still think, yeah, those are 15 bucks. We went to Tractor Supply last weekend, and I couldn't believe how high they are. I mean, you're talking like 40 bucks a piece for these things now. That's outrageous. The other ones, like the goat panel, the ones that are, you know, like a, I don't know, like a 3-inch square, I want to say those things are up to $80 a piece. That's unreal how high these things have gotten. It's ridiculous. I suppose I shouldn't get started on that. I'll get all twisted off on stuff like that. All right, one down, one to go. All right, that wasn't bad. That one straightened out real good. That one didn't crumple all the way to the ground like the the one over there did. I'm gonna go dig up some T-posts. I've got some over there at the barn. Get my T-post pounder and I'll start setting some T-posts. Guess I gotta find my wire ties. Where did I stash those? You know what? I do believe doing that bed the couple days ago, I think I left the pile of all my wire ties sitting there on the ground. So I should probably go grab those before the grass takes them and I find them with the lawnmower. All right, here's some T-posts. I should just grab these, but I'm carrying the camera. I can only carry a couple of those. Aha, I did leave them on the ground. Yeah, I'm glad I remembered that. That'd be a bummer to find with the lawnmower. All right, those will get claimed by the grass in the yard real quick. All right. Those there. All right, you know, once that trellis is all covered in stuff, you won't even notice that it was bent. I don't mind. It's nice that it's up so high now. We can actually like get under it. All right, I'm gonna pull off that one because that one's still really low. I guess I'll do that one too. I'll just do all 4 of these just because they're so much lower. This one, last year, we have hops. I got a hops. I believe this is from Stark Bros. It's waking up. The only thing I ever knew hops was used for was beer. You know, used as the flavoring in beer. It's what gives it that kind of bitter flavor. If you have never looked into the, I guess, pain relieving qualities of hops, pretty cool. I made tinctures out of the hops last year. Pretty amazing stuff. Look into it if you're interested. We're working on building up our herbal garden, There has been a lot of herbs that I have started collecting and stashing in various places around the property, you know, out in the orchard, in the garden, all sorts of places. You know, we use them for not only pollinators, but they have another use too. So there's a lot of herbs that I still need to get, but we've already got a whole bunch of them. That one looks way taller. I think I spaced a little bit higher, but it's also where the hill starts, so that's what's making it look so tall. But I have a feeling I can get the lawnmower through here. It's actually been kind of frustrating only being limited to being able to take the lawnmower down right here in front of the greenhouse, or right here, which I guess is kind of, since we've been here, we've worn out the grass and made a path, and it's pretty much like our access driveway. Couldn't take a car up it, well, not a two-wheel drive car, but the lawnmower and the tractor mainly go down that road. But like I was saying, it would be really nice if I could take the lawnmower through here if I'm trying to, you know, go in a straight line. And now I can. Now those trellises are up nice and high. And honestly, that'll look really cool once a vine has covered. There's either produce hanging down or stuff like the hops. Last summer, the hops, by the end of summer, just about covered that entire trellis, and it looked really cool. It smelled really nice too. All right, I'm gonna get out of the sun. Probably need to get a hat. So I'm gonna go have lunch.
Today is a baking day. I needed to get some bread made, and I decided I'm going to make a Danish as well, because last week, was that last week? I think it was last week, when I made the pineapple upside down cake, I cracked open a jar of cherries, and I didn't use all the cherries because it only takes like, I don't know, 10 cherries for a pineapple upside down cake. So I have a bunch of cherries left in a jar, and I've had them sitting in the fridge, and I've been kind of sitting here going, well, what am I going to do with them besides just eating them out of the jar? And I decided I'm going to make a Danish, which I haven't made in a very long time. I don't make it very often because it's a little involved, and I mean, I just don't make it very often. But I've got these, and this is a perfect use for it. So I've got my dough mixed up, and now I'm going to make the cherry filling, and then I add cream cheese to mine, so it's like a cream cheese Danish, and I'm gonna get it put together.
chicken.
Hot chicken.
What is on the menu tonight?
Just chicken sandwiches.
Chicken sandwiches.
Shredded chicken sandwiches. I made some buns.
Those are beautiful buns.
Thank you. And then I've got my Danish.
Ooh.
And some egg wash. Just egg yolk and cream. I'm gonna brush these real quick and stick them in the oven. Tyler, would you mind shredding this chicken for me real quick? And we'll get this baked up and have Danish for dessert.
That was a good chicken sandwich. Pardon me while I shove this whole chip in my mouth. All right, that's gonna do it for us for today. Hope you guys have a good weekend, and we will catch you guys on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.
Goofball.